and gentlemen. Game number 1. HLE versus T1 playing... Who knows? Looking at the drafts. In the opening here, we have Owner on Jace in the jungle versus Qiyana. I would say, right off the bat, I would say that I would favor blue side draft ever so slightly. I think Renekton into, of course, this top side is quite strong, but I do think that as the game continues, I do feel like this blue side draft should have a slight advantage. I think the Jhin has a good time this game. And also, of course, you have Rakan into Alistar, which is a fine matchup. I feel like if Rakan can scale, he's super happy. And then Azir into Orianna, considering they have Qiyana and Rakan as the game continues. I do think that they should have an easier time playing the game. Let me just remove this this little bar here. We don't have it. Score display. Score display? No. Where is it? Time controls. All right, there we go. All right, let's play. Ladies and gentlemen. The game is starting. Bro, this Christmas music is going hard, though. Let's see what the teams do level 1. Everybody opens. Looks like a standard opening from both sides. We have TP on Peyz, common on Varus, into more poke-oriented matchups. Getting that early tier base in, something we see on Ezreal too. Alistar, Rakan. Oh, that ping sound. That ping sound is very violent. Jesus. Azir on the mid wave. Check out the rune set. Does he have Resolve second? We have Second Wind and Overgrowth for Azir. Then Faker goes with the standard cut down. Legend Haste, Peasant of Mind being such a weak rune. There you have it. Let's continue. Pop that away. A lot of pings coming out in terms of what the clear will be for Kanavi. Very nice to see Kanavi in Korea. I feel like he's one of those players in the LPL that's always been quite underrated. Jace getting that first strike money. Good poke onto Azir here. This is pretty much a potion to start us off. Basically, this matchup is Orianna wins the matchup in isolated 1v1. Just wins the matchup in isolated 1v1. Plain and simple. Because she just trades better. But the threat of Azir is, of course, that he can set up ganks very easily. This is a question of how you set up the map. You can see there's 2 wards on 2 sides here for Faker, so he can play aggressively. Let's take a look at the bot lane matchup. Rakan can harass with Q, the light on Rakan in the opening game. He's super happy. They also removed this Alistar. Area, of course, chipping away on the pool of HLE. 1 potion gone for Zeka. Faker just W'd the floor. Kind of strange. Zeka just pushed it forward because of the W cooldown. Not syncing up there with Q, and Zeka gets a nice trade in. Good trade pattern. Gumayusi hitting a plating. Holy, good trades from Zeka, man. Zeka won the trade. Keep in mind he got chunked level 1 there from Jace. Faker Wing himself was quite the blunder, and Faker's going to have to take the knee and just get a refillable. Sag. Very sag. Doran the Moran versus Zeus. The Zeus still has his potion. He's been doing also super well for himself. This is a matchup that is quite tough for Zeus. He keeps the wave in a nice position here by pulling the range creeps. Now let's see how Doran is going to trade. He didn't have the rage for the W. I feel like that's kind of a misuse. It wasn't an empowered W. Like Doran altered the minion 1 time before he went for the EQ. It would have been better. Both junglers complete their clear. We have Owner the Boneless stepping into bot lane. And HLE crashed the wave on time. 330 clear from Jace. I feel like he could do that faster. What I've seen on Jace is that you basically start W, but what people do wrong is that as they start the chicken, you should start in range form and then hit first and then W with melee. Owner now matching on the mid wave. Kanavi matching on the mid wave. See, Zeka has an item advantage, but this trade was quite nice for Faker. Zeka's up a little dagger. Owner being here, he just wants to make sure that his mid laner can crash the wave. Keria with the first move, Varos with the hover as well. If Faker can crash his wave, he's going to be super happy. And he goes home. Looks like Peyz got W'd and chunked there by Delight and Gumayusi. Play with direct camera for a moment. Azir basing on a flat wave after Faker was crashed the wave. He based on cannon. Nice there from T1 to recognize the importance of the mid situation there and saving Faker out of a tough spot. Very nice. Good lane phase across the board for Gumayusi and Delight. Looking to see his numbers. Looks nice. Like Owner wasted a little bit too much time here. I don't know why he hovered. He's doing his second clear so late. Kanavi is like gig ahead on tempo. You look at his CS numbers. He's already doing wolves here. I want to see what happens with the bot side crab. If it's going to be a big contention. Kanavi's going to skip his Gromp. He's just walking towards the Gromp. Well, Kanavi is clearing so fast. He might be on time on the crab bot still. Look how fast he did his second clear. So fast on the second clear. So now Kanavi can cross through mid, essentially harass Faker, and then step into the crab. Khan spots the ward on the other side. Kanavi sweeps. Very standard procedure in this matchup. Orianna, Azir. You need to have your jungler have a sweeper. They spotted out the pink. Now Kanavi is stepping into both sides for the crab respawn. He already completed his 10 CS clear. And now Owner is on 44-2. And Kanavi, whoever gets his crab is going to get level 6, so it's a very important one. Bot lane situation is quite even. Let's see if Delight's going to move first. Owner gets the EQ. Massive combination in the nation. Kanavi loses all HP. Very good patience there from Owner. Not commit on the all-in there and just accept the massive chunk that he did. And let's see this crab now take him to level 6. Kanavi's gonna do the chickens. Let's see. The jungle is OP and he heals to full off of them. I don't think so. Owner's actually not 6. Am I just... Are the XPs just different on new patch? Am I crazy in the head? Isn't he supposed to be 6? I might be crazy in the head, guys. I might be new patch build. I blame new patch. Right? I blame new patch. What's the score so far? This is game number 1. Is Jay's jungle a thing? I'm not so sure, mate. If you are playing a fearless, it's kind of a good strategy. Ooh, Keria! Keria! Oh, Keria! Damn! Why would you do that to your homie like that? Yo! Rude! Rude! Simply rude. Holy. It's like, Jay's jungle seems to be okay. But I do think strategically, if you are in a BO1 and you fucking remove Zeus's Jace from the pool already, I think you're very happy. Very, very happy. Gumayusi didn't react. Keria's Q flash. Very well done as well. You know, the tricky thing there is that if they both get Q'd, the Light can't W the Alistar, so he can't W him. So the Light being a part of the combo there is a big problem. Usually it's like Rakan into Alistar. The main way you want to play the matchup is to just make sure that you don't get double comboed. We have a bit of mid gap here. Keria's on the hover. Here we have the combo on Keria. Keria so tanky still. He healed the damage off, shielded the damage off. Zika finds Faker. Faker with a beautiful ultimate. The phase rush, will it be enough? And Delight bitch slaps him. Disrespectful. That's a 6-time world champ there, Delight. What are you doing? think that Faker needed to react with the flash onto the Azir combo first. It needed to be a little bit more precise there. I did think after Alistar survived the combo, I understand why Faker pushed it forward, because they have CDs. I wonder if we check if Owner and of course Kera could fight a little bit more in that spot. Six-time world champ sounds so crazy, yeah. That's some MJ shit right there, bro. Alright. Look at this from the vision pocket of T1. Holy, they're just chunking him under the tower. Full corrupt blight stacks. T1 very objective conscious. Alright, alright. Zeus is greeding a little bit more with his base because he wants to finish, of course. He wants to finish his Eclipse on first base. You can see that Doran is outvaluing him right now with the pickaxe and longsword, but if Zeus can survive one more wave, or maybe even now, he can just finish Eclipse. Let's take a look at his gold. He is fake basing, inviting Renekton to push the wave hard, and then he's gonna cancel it. Take a look at that cheeky mechanics there from Zeus. Inviting Doran the Moran to use spell on the wave. That's the wave crash. And then he's chilling. He is chilling. Zeusy Fruity really squeezing here in the greed department. Really wants the cannon. Really embezzled for the cannon. Oh, greed is bad, ladies and gentlemen. In this particular scenario, Doran gets the punish in. Very nice. Even tries to get the cancel. Proxies a deep wave, gets to keep TP, and Zeus TP's back with Eclipse. Which is very nice, you know, like, he stayed for the Eclipse, but the pickaxe and the longsword really did its work here. So, the greed of Mr. Zeus is not paying off. Renekton is keeping TP. I like that. He's just walking bot, as you can see. He's keeping TP. There'll be a TP advantage. Eclipse versus Eclipse. We have Profane Hydra finished for the Kiki. What happened top lane, guys? What happened top lane? What happened top lane? Rakan gets spotted on a ward and Gumayusi walks on a neutral wave. Oh my days. Gumayusi. This is not the way. He has no business walking on this neutral wave, guys. No business at all. No business at all. E1 had way better tempo because they based first off of the bot play and then they TP'd into top, which is super nice. Q flash only onto Rakan. Ew! Keria. With some nasty, nasty movement. Keria made that situation in River as if he had a hot date. Doran with the E to deny Gumayusi the cannon. Why does it feel like everything is so personal? Everything is so personal, no? Now they are TPing. Faker has no flash. They get the kill onto Faker. This is the problem of the matchup. Faker had no vision around mids. He just needed to wait a little bit for Owner and Keria. Retake River and it would have been better. But Faker with very little patience. Very little patience in this game. Now Azir will base for Nash's Tutti Frutti. Is Jace actually good in jungle? I think it's fine. But I feel like this is more of a denial. Like, let's destroy Zeus's champion pool in game 1. You know? That's how I feel. Like, I can play Jace jungle, and then we won't run into Jace top. That's how I feel about this tech, you know? Make it with the TP. The ward behind, placed by Alistar before. Very nice punish. Doran managing, like the last 5 minutes of Doran have been fantastic. They're not letting Zeus get away with anything in this one. Huge. Alistar catching a mid-wave, and Jace is just backing up his boy Varus in the bot lane, so Karavi can't pick up the free kill. And they're just chipping away at the tower. Ratings will be off now at 14, and they're gonna get first turret. This is the last Korean tournament with feat of strength, guys. Last Korean tournament with feat of strength.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Azir looking for the punish top. Bashing away with Nash's Tooth. Also have Rylai's. Do you know the results? I know who won, but I don't know the result of each game. Last Atakan as well. True, guys. Last Atakan as well. True. We can do objective timers. Yeah, Drake's spawning. Figured. What do you think of quests next season? I think they're goofy, bro. They're just dopamine maxing. Alright, the charm. Owner with the nice flash. Kanavi with the ultimate. Clips absolutely nobody. Kanavi, you're supposed to be the Kiana player. But with a dry ultimate like that after the flash out, there's not even a follow-up if Owner gets clipped into the wall, so kind of pointless. Combination in the nation. The Varus Q. Very late there for Peyz. You guys would be surprised, but low-key that might have been lethal with W slammed in and Q. Now, to be fair, Gumayusi actually has Ninja Tabi, so probably no. It's weird for me to see the boots in Spectate. Because when I'm watching scrims on the new server, I don't see the AD carries boots. They just disappear. They're not in the bar. They just disappear. They're in the 7th slot. I don't see the 7th slot in the bar. Rift Herald taken. I like the prior from T1 on the Rift Herald here in this spot. He's doing a good job of rotating his ultimates and just throwing them when he can. I like that a lot. Feat of strength go over to T1 with the capture of Rift Herald. Grubs, Dragon, Rift. And also first to 3, I believe. Twice on Kiki. I feel like the new cashback rune is so OP, guys. Cashback and tonic, triple tonic, so OP runes. 8%, bro. 8%. 8%. Are you crazy? 8%. 8%. It's also so nice when you have lethality items because it's so cheap. The lightest maximum Primus Meridius. Get stunned. Carrier with the beautiful auto-attack buffer. Juicy. It was 6% and now it's 8%. Using Herald here, but Zeus pushed out bot lane all the way and now he's looking to trap Faker. Let's take a look at that trap here. Is Zeus sending it? He's not sending it. I feel like he could have fished something out here. Because Keria was showing on the midwave, but Zeus decided to play it safe. Thought maybe he can phase rush away, he doesn't have flash. Could be dangerous. Rather choose to play it safe. Steals the deep wave. Alright. Little cheeky Drake setup. Alistar with the tempo advantage opens on top side straight. You can see that he spotted Rakan on the pink. He just right clicks enemy jungle, doesn't need backup from anybody. Put some deep vision. Needs to be careful though, because portals go hard. Look at these Hextech portals. I feel like often broadcasts don't talk enough about how much the map changes actually impact the game. In terms of how the Chemtech fans impact the game, the Hextech portals are amazing. Really like just screws with the tempo, even Cloud Soul map. Oh, deja vu, we've been in this place before. Owner with the red smite, sending out nukes. And Ambessa covers his boy. Owner the boneless with the opportunity. For 3 seconds you get bonus lethality, and those 3 seconds hurt. I want to see how much gold Owner's got from his keystone already. How rich is he? Damn. 242 G's, baby. It's, you know, I feel like Jace is one of the only few junglers that can actually take advantage of Red Smite. Because you kind of send your EQ in, get the burn damage, really nice from poke. It's very good. Very, very good. Very nice. Do you think that Peyz is improvement overall gameplay-wise over Gumayusi? I already made a video on this, but I think that Peyz is going to be a lot better regionally than Gumayusi. I know that everyone celebrates Gumayusi's World Championship, and rightfully so, because he was amazing there, but his entire year, by his own standard, was quite mediocre. Quite mediocre over year. And I do think that his World Championship, World Finals, was amazing. You can't ask for more. He was fantastic. But Peyz is a volume guy. He's going to be insane 99.9% of the games he's playing. He is just so well-rounded too, and he's going to be just shitting on kids the entire year. Then the main question will be, like, we will not have the answer for how Peyz's problem until he's actually playing the deep, you know, matches. Let's take a look at this fight before we continue the conversation on Peyz. The light whips the engage. Doriano, sombrero, nobody is landing. Bro, this feels like a goddamn Steven Seagal movie. Nobody's taking punches, man. I feel like, bro, I feel like so many people should have died here. People should have died. So my take, what I said in the Peyz video, was that I think that Peyz's only weakness is something that T1 can fix. I don't think Peyz was bad in international except during that World Semis against T1. No, Peyz had hard games and bad games when the games were really tough. For example, you remember that Chovy Azir series when he played 5 Azir games? Peyz was not playing good. It was also in summer finals against HLE. There was a game with Kaiser. He wasn't playing good. Peyz against FlyQuest together with Lehens, it was awful. Very, very awful. But the entire year, Peyz is amazing. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I also think that in the LPL, he carried a lot of hard fucking games. And I think that being in LPL for 1 year, I think he benefited from that. I really think so. But if you want more on Peyz, just go check out my Peyz video. Like, I laid this out in the best way I could. Yo, Slim Shady, thank you very much. And Loveman as well, thank you very much. 4 years is crazy. Thank you, Slim. Can you say that about Guma during other international except Worlds? I think Gumayusi was decent during MSI. LPL is basically Dagestan, yeah. Karabi was there for 6 years though, so like they were like they forgot him completely. They couldn't afford a flight back for him, so maybe he stayed too long. Let's take a look at this HLE setup. I forget HLE exists. Drake spawned. The T1 don't seem to care. They're just putting full vision on top side. 2-on-2 though for items. The big one being T1 having upgrades. Kanawe made it easy. On the face check, T1, the hover on the midway, found a little jungle. Is this legal to stream? I'm just streaming a League of Legends. I'm not streaming any broadcasts. I'm not streaming any. This is League of Legends. This is my broadcast. This is my broadcast. I bet you on other streams they never did this. You know? This is what makes it unique. HLE pick up the consolation prize. T1 want to stop contestant to make sure that HLE commit all people. Now they're gonna look for some cancellations. Area marking. Vados gets to push the top wave for free. Let's see if Peyz is gonna TP here to connect, but there's no wave on bot lane, so he's just gonna open on the map with the rest of the bros. All right, T1 looking for the collapses. The rest of the team. Oh, combination in the nation. Dora with the ultimate. Public execution, and Zeus makes it out. The Bang Bros are left. Thank you for the gifted sub to Faker. Hey, pausing the vote for 1 second. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo! Make it played with this mousepad. Basically, the GM, my friend Becker, he came into the practice room. He's like, yo, do you guys have a spare mousepad? I said, yeah, use mine. And then I said, who's using it? He said, Faker. Like, and then he said, can he use it for the whole tournament? He said, yeah. I was like, yeah, no problem. I was like, make sure that he signs it after. Look at that, bros. I'm gonna frame this shit. Are you kidding me? Here you have, you know, I have the Faker mouse right here, right? You don't see it so well, but you see his signature right there? It doesn't show on the camera. I'm very proud of this. Very proud of this. Obviously, we're never using this again. I just wanted to show you the mouse. Maybe I do like in the future, like some charity auction or something. Or maybe I just keep it forever. Like, this is one of my favorite items. So. Breaking news, YamatoCannon has been robbed. Took his mouse pad. Alright, let's continue. Alright, T1's game position is really nice. I just feel like they move smoother on the map. They're a lot quicker, a lot more elegant. They're first into spaces. They keep tempo much better. That's the main thing I'm going to take a look at in terms of how they base and open up on the map. It's very interesting to see how T1 maintain pressure and how they hover and how they play to limits, understanding which engage angles the enemy can play from, which is really nice. Yo. Look at Orianna also pushing the deep wave. T1 is pushing so far forward. I'd be so scared, you know, to get engaged on, but they just have so much trust in like their own summoner usage and, you know, playing the distance control really nice. Look at the light, he's looking for something. Look at the light, bro. The light is looking for something. He's on a flank. Zeus sent to the Shadow Realm. Combination in the nation. Keria tries to deliver the Orianna ult. Did Faker run out of mana or what happened? Seems like the fight is working somehow. Keria and Doran are not participating in the fight. Doran just hates Gumayusi apparently. Okay. Christmas Nasher, bro. This goofy ass music. This music is so goofy. This is the goofiest music ever, bro. Like I'm in Toy Story 4 or something. Alright, it's not gonna be a soul play, but the TP onto the bot wave. And they TP on the mid wave too. Faker is all alone. Faker just has map hack in the brain or what? Put the Kiana on top on the ward. Look at Faker's confidence, bro. Look at his confidence. I love that. Yeah, they're just marking the position. Look at Orianna though hitting bot turret during this. Look at that. 2 waves into the tower. HLE, like, is Faker invisible or what? HLE! HLE, why are you so soft? Find the angle. Combo onto Peyz. He has no flash. Turret falls. Peyz gets a damage off. Backshot Jin. He's not even in his own base. Shooting bullets. 1 HP. Presses recall. Darkstar Jin. Zusi Fruity. Tries to kite away. And T1 win the game. T1 win the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take a look here. I want to see how T1... Let's just take a look at this quick, right, as a review point. How does T1 just maintain tempo so well? They took the first tower here, and then they open up on top side. Then Alistar W's back spotting people. Orianna pushes for free because they spot 2. And then Orianna hovers into mid. But Orianna could push one more if she wanted to, right? Because Zeus has no ult, no flash. But he decides to hover for the Rift Herald and gives up bot in the process. Then he goes back into bot lane because he sees that the enemy is not contesting. And then Faker goes into the bot tower. But Rakan doesn't spot him. Let's take a look more. Now Orianna's into bot lane. Renekton pushed top all the way. Zeka cancels him. He did take the wave, which means that he has to reopen top. And then Orianna just opens on mid because she's blind on bot lane. But the moment Kiana shows here, doesn't he want to go bot lane again? Faker just doesn't give a damn about farm. They just want to find the Rift Herald swing timer, I guess, to break the tower. Interesting. Now he goes into bot lane. They ignore the dragon because they want to keep the tempo and they don't have any wards in inventory. It's a soft dragon as well. And Faker doesn't over posture because he's blind in this pocket. I feel like Faker could have farmed bot more. As I'm looking at this. Then after Kiana, what is the signal for Peyz to play so far forward? Look how aggressive Peyz postures on the wave, bro. He spots Rakan. Like he postures on the wave before he spots Kiana. You know? That's what's so impressive. Like he's leveraging the fact that he has people around him. I really, really like this, bro. I really like this. It's so dangerous, but what a Chad, bro. It's always the same. It's like everyone sees the waves ADCs die on mid, because every ADC dies on mid, right? Your favorite ADC dies on mid. Gumayusi, Viper, Ruler, Crowny, everyone dies on mid wave, right? But nobody sees the waves that they actually steal off of pressure, you know? Because like there's a pocket here where he could be in danger, but he spotted only Rakan on top. He spots Rakan now. He doesn't see Rakan now, and then look how far forward he pushes on the wave. Now he spots Rakan after this ward placement. And then now they see Kiana. And now Peyz says, let's take mid tower. Operation break mid tower. I'm chunking Gumayusi. Kiana out. Let's take this mid turret. Rock and roller controller. Very based. Alright. That's very interesting. I love to see that. Let's talk about the draft as we head into game number 2. I don't fuck with the Lulu blind against the Blitz and also his Delight on this champ. I also think that Cassio is a fake counter. Bro, T1, what is this draft? What is this blue side draft? Hey, this blue side draft is ass. What are we doing here, bro? This blue side draft cannot win the game. What are we saying? Bound should be good against Nidalee top as well. I really don't like this.
Minions have spawned.
Close enough. Welcome back, the Shy. Oh damn, he just ate his trap. Did you see what Sion just ate his trap? To not give him info? Based. That's cheeky. W start. They wented for good lane matchups, Klugi. But it's just bad lane matchups, no? Like sure, Nidalee wins, but how do you break a Sion, bro? You don't break a Sion. And then you have Lulu into Blitz. It's like level 1, you might be stronger. Let's take a look at that trade they did level 1. I want to see it. Because level 1, these champions are low-key OP. Because Peyz has nothing to offer level 1. Because legit, straight up, like you are so piss useless level 1 with these champs. Like you can land the hook and you lose. You just straight up lose. You're not a level 1 is so OP. Alright, let's fast forward again. They already used heal and goes from Gumayusi and then barrier and like just for some of this use easier way to say it. One is pathing into bot lane, but he's spotted there on the chickens. And let's see now, look at that, Kanawi. Oh, Zeka misses a Q. That could have been Faker's flash. Wukong into bot side river. I like this adaptation from Kanawi. Really nice adaptation from Kanawi here. Because bot lane is very volatile, mid is very volatile. He started the path into bot side, and this is possible because Zin's out clear speed is so damn slow. Very damn slow. So he's like, I'm gonna have my bot lane backing me up. The way bot lane is gonna be even, and we got a very nice trade. So let's rock and roll and fight here to the death. The Light is playing like his name is Leona. Oh no! Area. Oi. 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 Classic indeed. We have a cull base for Aphelios. Gumayusi decided to stay because he burnt his base timer to, of course, fight. The stat differential is not that big. They're going to be able to leverage the level 3 advantage to crash this wave, no problem. Let's see what Gumayusi's decision making will be. Yeah, they're just emoting on Gumayusi. Oi, Gumayusi. Yeah, the big Blitzcrank players was always Lehens and Duro. Carrier was the Pike Goat. Take a look at the mid lane situation. I've talked about this matchup at great length. There's a YouTube video where I review how Chovy plays Rise into Cassio. And the main thing is, don't stick your combos. You gotta be like a boxer. Basically, a lot of Rise players that lose this matchup, they do their combos like QE, W, Q, 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 you know, like the combo. Oi! Hey! The spacing, here comes Ona the Boneless! Gumayusi! Owner's not on your team anymore. Oi, oi, oi. I was just talking about the mid lane matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, the mid lane matchup. Basically, just never stick your combos. Keep moving. QE and then move out. Play on your phase rush. Do shorter trades. Bait in, bait out, you know? But I think that Kere just dry hooked the light to add no flash off of course, Peyz's weapon change. Because you got the root with the blue gun. And then I think that the light just died dry. Let's rewind the tape to see exactly what happened. You see Peyz here. He uses... Oh! Oh, what a combo! That is mean! Yo! Woo-hoo-hoo! That is kind of nutty, no? Yo, that is kind of nutty. A red weapon switch into purple, into green long range shot root, because the switch over the red, that's kind of nasty, guys. Look at that again. Look at that again. Look at Peyz. He's going to... He gets a mark, and then boom, he used the last ammunition of the red gun to, of course, force purple, and then with the long range of green, he gets the purple shot off. Very nice. Very nice. Dare I say, guys, that that's a game winner right there. I do think the red side draft is just better across the board. How will Nidalee possibly carry a game like this? Let's see if there's going to be a punish here for Xin Zhao spending so much time on bot lane. Because as you can see, he lost blue, he lost his bot side camps. And Owner playing Xin Zhao here has absolutely no way of clearing camps fast. So Owner's going to be very far behind. Anawi spotted on a ward. Little faker bush. But of course, Owner placed before. And he's just gonna recall an open top side. No Drake. Dinza has no clear speed, guys. They're checking now if the enemy team is doing jungle, so he's dropping everything. He's dropping his chickens. He's dropping his chickens. Thing is, I think D plus is the dark horse. I don't know. I think D plus is the dark horse, but I think top 3 is going to be so tough to crack. It's like we're talking about dark horses, but my brothers. Ooh, heal for the move speed. Gumayusi still has summoners. I feel like Kere could have played that better with his spell usage. Really nice polymorph there to deny the combination in the nation onto Gumayusi's forehead. Boomerangovic misses. Every time I watch Aphelios, he looks so OP. Why is he not picked more? Because Aphelios is picked in very specific spots when he's good, on average. So there's a bias there. Combination in the nation. Holy, this is what he learned from Baus. Woohoo! Zeka had no flash. What a nice roam timer. Probably the only one he's gonna get. Loses some plating top lane, but Nidalee with a gold advantage. Who cares? Hey, bud. Meeting grapes. Nah, guys, Sion is really useless. Please don't ban it. Here comes Kanawe trying to repair the bot situation. There's the polymorph. Aphelios has like the lowest base HP in the game. Very squishy. Flash poly, delight. 2 for 1 so far. Cassio is here. Cameraman! Right. Nothing happened. Cameraman knew. Jesus. Cameraman knew, guys. Cameraman knew. Owner with the fastest level 6 in history of League of Legends. 830, baby. Crosses into top side. Kanawe has no ultimate. Owner has ultimate. Hooks a clone. Zeka and Faker have TP. So let's see what's going to happen on these grubs. T1 is like, Wukong has no ultimate. Let's fight this to the absolute death. Gumayusi no ultimate. They shouldn't be allowed to get anything. So Doran's conditions are so bad. So Doran is calling it off. He bases. Takes the knee. He takes the knee, ladies and gentlemen. Takes the knee. He takes the knee. Gumayusi. Flash for flash. Gary is happy with that because he's got, of course, X-Flash. 3 grubs for Nidalee is kind of a comfort. Faker baits out the petrifying gaze. Zeka looking for the all-in. Faker phase rushes away. Owner misses. The wind becomes lightning. The 3-point strike knocks him up. Owner, he's all alone. The hook doesn't land. Carrier's on the wrong side of the wall. Owner needs backup. Doran the Moran looking for an angle. The flash R. Huge ultimate from Peyz. Peyz! Owner just bought enough time for T1 to collapse. Like a snapping alligator. HLE was stuck between the upper jaw and the bottom jaw. T1, they got that essence still, bro. They still got that essence. These guys, bro, these teams, keep in mind, these teams didn't scrim at all. They're all going off of like old shit. Peyz is very plug and play, of course, to the team. And HLE didn't make it as far as, of course, T1 did at the World Championship. Ooh, Gumayusi with the cheeky little movement. Kerry loses half HP, but he got the cancellation. Doran the Moran finds a little snake. Did anyone watch Zootopia 2? Why did they call it Zoomania? The first one's called Zootopia, and then the second one's Zoomania? Why did they do that? Really good movie. Is it Collector? It's indeed Collector with the Pikaxe. Zuzi Fruity doesn't land the Nidalee spear. Flashbacks to Faker's Nidalee that killed Ambition. That was his first opening pro game. Hey, wait. Did you guys see that? What the hell is that, bro? That's a pour on a train. Holy! Damn! Pretty cool, pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's only called Zoomania in Germany? Really? Fuck that then. And let's continue. Ludo with a cheeky hover for a ward. Pelio's bonking the mid turret because of the tempo advantage from before when Gumayusi got cancelled on the base because of the Blitzcrank. He takes one plating, then hovers to his team, takes a safe way because they don't have control of the river right now. This is a 3v4 that HLE is inviting. Wukong is ulting, but is it enough value? He is downed. You're not on the mid-wave. Counting. Counting seems to be difficult for HLE. Really nice hover there from Peyz. I don't know why we're fighting, bro. I don't know why we're fighting. Kanawe. Die, he said. Carry with the DP, with, of course, summon a spellbook. Trying to bait out the petrifying gaze, but honestly, the guy doesn't even have mana for it. That's a freebie. Zek had flash, didn't use anything, and we had the TP from, of course, Blitzcrank. He's basing now for redemption, I believe. That's why he's recalling again, even though he has full inventory of wards. And now he bases on and opens on top side because he imagines that the enemy is going to just give up the Drake. Very good tempo play here, guys. A lot of team play supports would just stand here and hit this support. hit this, but he's just basing and defending the rise. Now he's going to look to sweep, look to find these wards, maybe place a defensive pink ward. And this is how you maintain and keep tempo. Very nice. X-Flasher Keria is on the mid wave. Keria is posturing onto Gumayusi to find information as well, you know. Now Rise pushed out top, Cass is gonna catch, and Nidalee is gonna match the Scion on the bot lane. Well, there's full vision here, but doesn't matter super much. It's very hard to chase and try to find sweepers, you know.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Keria, long arm to the law. Bro, it's kind of insane. In most cases, people will see Keria nameplate on Blitzcrank and shit their pants. But look at how far forward HLE players are posturing. Yeah, look, just staring this guy in the face. They're like, if I get hooked, I'm just boosted. Like, we need to be able to posture forward. I respect that so much. Peyz. She gets the damage shielded. Looking for the top crab. Cassiopeia is moving first. Rise doesn't have ultimate. Massive ultimate from Peyz. Peyz gets a hit for free. He's collecting. Peyz is collecting. Peyz's position was just marvelous. And there you have it. And there you have it. Let's get a quick replay of that fight. They're trying to leverage the fact that Cassio has the first move. The simple details as, of course, Redemption being ready for Blitzcrank and Lulu not having it. And then the fight starting in a way where they engage on a Zinza that can disengage with his ultimate. I think that's just not possible. Owner also had Flash. I think HLE just very, very poor engage. They tried to leverage Cassio tempo here and tried to fight any fight possible. But T1 just parried it beautifully, and Owner Zinzao is just a classic, man. What a classic. Really, really nice. His fight IQ on Zinzao is like insane. Absolutely insane. He's also reading the abilities used and pushing forward, really far forward is also super nice. This game is pretty much over, ladies and gentlemen, but let's take a look at how T1 is going to close it out. When did Nidalee die, guys? Let me take a look at time control. When did Nidalee die, guys? Am I crazy? How did Nidalee die? Oh yeah, sorry guys, sorry. I understand now. Okay. Sorry team. Yeah, the moment Zinzao ults your Wukong engage, you're not winning that fight ever. Rift Herald Prio, they give up top wave for position. I like that. Very principled play from T1. Just fuck the top wave. Let's stay grouped. This is basically the KT way of playing, right? KT really introduces at the World Championship. They said, that one wave you're losing, it's never worth it. And that was a Genji way of playing. That wave, we're taking it no matter what. But it's fun to see the KT way of gaming is alive and well. Genji are like surf bros from Australia. They're like, dude. That's more American. Dude, you should see the waves, bruh. The waves. The Wukong clone to parry. The Gumayusi dashed. Miscommunication there. The sneeze. A lot of MR in Doran's pocket. Zeka has Conqueror and Blue, so he has enough mana to drain Doran. Pause. Dragon. Spawning in how much? 1 minute. Bacon's just collecting wards, 25 Gs. The continuation. Oh shit, I almost spilled. Alright, good luck. Diving Doran. The turret. Owner is here to defend. The Failures is collapsing through river. Yonara is limping into the fight. Blitzcrank is here. Find the hook on the lights' maximum Primus Meridius. He gets the root sandstormed. Light has no flash. And he has no life. Gets collected. Here's Faker. Will he kill Zeus? Zeka under the tower. Gets hooked. Gets bonked. Gets knocked up. Faker a little bit too excited. He's fighting against his former children that he gave up to adoption. Faker! Faker! Faker, no! Here comes Zeus. Wants to avenge him. Avenging his new father. Peyz! Oh, nasty! The redemption coming in clutch. Woo! The redemption came in clutch. Get it with the hook. And that's Drake number 3 for T1. Yeah, I don't know about the blind pick Lulu, guys. Blind pick Lulu. I don't know about that, bro. We have Lulu, Nidalee, Cassio Rise. I mentioned that I made a Chovy video playing Rise into Cassio, like an educational video on how to play that matchup. And coincidentally, it was against Zeka. So, there you have it. You can't tell me that's not personal. That's... You can't tell me that's not personal. Come on now. That shit is personal. They tried to find engage on mid lane, but Sion is here. Everybody's here, and Peyz is just fighting. Oh, the con! Oh! Carry a long arm of the law. Will he fire? Will he fire? Long arm of the law. Oh, Zeus kind of doing bits here. He was like, all right, let's give him some credit. Let's make sure he gets paid well on HLE. Come on now. They're giving him some love. They gave him a little montage, bro. They spat on that thing. Will these 2 kills on Nidalee change the outcome of the game? Alright. Alright. Sion is balanced, guys. Sion is balanced. Nice petrifying gaze. Is it enough? Owner kiting back. Doran laying down friendly fire. The axe chopping Owner over the wall. Delight. On a journey. Surprise, mother sucker. Still has wild growth for some reason. And heal, and redemption. Why didn't you fight, brother? You had everything. Why didn't you die with your brethren? Why didn't you go on a magical journey looking for mushrooms? You're not redeemed. Ollie, Nidalee getting the bag.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Nidalee getting the bag and TP's out. Ganking Rise. Holy Super Zeus. He's doing everything at the same time. The minions are blocking the spear. Faker, easy angle to dodge. They're still chasing. Holy, Legends never die though. Legends never die. Come on now. Anawe, level 11 against Faker's 15 without the Rod of Ages proc. Come on now. They're losing their whole base while this is happening, as you can see. And Peyz and Blitz are just gonna base and be opening on top side, I guess. Yep. What game is this? This is the final of the YamatoCannon Cup. Isn't casting supposed to be a counter to Rise? It's fake. I don't think it's a counter. Who's your MVP this game? Owner. Owner was tremendous, bro. Get ya. Alright, Peyz. Gets one. Gets two. Peyz is already screaming for the penta. Peyz. Oh! Red white, baby. He's got the Denmark weapons. Holy, look how many shurikens he got. Oh, the chakrams. Holy, the chakrams. Let's rewind the tape there. Let's rewind the tape. Zoomies. Damn, Peyz is clean. Come on now. That Q Faker hit on Yonara was so BS. Bro, even the Summoner's Rift knows, bro. Even the Summoner's Rift knows. Bomba clot! Alright. Honestly, nothing big to point out in this game. I just feel like the drafting here from HLE was really ass. Really ass, in my opinion. I don't think that you can ever win a game, and I feel like that that beautiful gank. Look at this. So Owner is in a state, he's in a game where he gets invaded and he gets everything taken from him. Right? He gets everything taken from him. He's very homeless. Wukong is in a good state now. And then Owner takes this. And let's take a look at how he dodges the vision. Because look, he bases and opens straight into bot lane. A loop around. Bro, they had info on him. They had info on him. Yo! I guess it's just Peyz then. It's just Peyz. Look at this weapon switch once again, guys, from Peyz. So basically, using your spells costs you, removes your ammunition, right? Costs 10 ammo. And then he used it, got one little chip. So when you have red and green, you queuing somebody marks them. And then his red weapon runs out and his mark gets procced with the purple. Because if you shoot bullet on the max range with purple, he gets rooted. And then Delitus, Maximum, Primus, Meridius gets hooked, and that's the combination in the nation. And then you have Owner looping around. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then I think the main thing that really cemented the deal here is that Zeka didn't really respect this Sion. Like, look at Sion. He just said, yo, this guy has no flash. Let me fuck up his whole shit. Crazy. Crazy. Very nice game. All right. Will we upload this on YouTube? Yeah, these will be on YouTube. Let's keep in mind, win fearless. Gumayusi, Koki, Delight on Rel, all classics. Ashe, Renata bot lane for T1. I have to say, I don't know what to think about the Aurora top, but into Rek'Sai should be fine, right? But this does look like the most playable HLE draft of the day.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Hanabi Vi is very special, guys. Very special. Let's see what he cooks in this game. Frontline is for noobs, if I'm going to be honest, guys. The worse you are, the more you need frontline, but the idea of needing frontline isn't necessarily true. It's like, you just need ways to spot things and ways to play on side, to push and to collapse.
Minions have spawned.
You can Ashe E through and face check with vision, you know? And then, not like they don't have counterplay. Like, Pantheon can still E when he gets Vi ulted, or you can run out ult to carpet, you know, the enemy engage. You know? They could electrocute Zeka with the phase rush. You already know who won this, or is it without info? I more or less know. Like, I know the result, and this is the third game, so... But I will refrain from saying it. Maybe somebody's watching it in unison, you know? Action. No spoilers, guys. We have the swap situation with the Corki top. I forgot about this being a thing. So you just have the 1v1 of Corki versus Aurora top lane in a swap scenario, and then Rek'Sai just farming bot. You have the situation here where Kanavi is taking camps on the enemy top side. He just started there. And you have the situation where Pantheon is doing the opposite on the bot lane. Now he exits. Doran getting some nice trades and misses the E. That could have been very crucial. The Q though. Can Koki even crash this wave? We need to see here. Can he crash the wave? Will Doran fight him? Level 3 at the same time. Doran with the flash. Doran went QE instead of W. Isn't it better to go W? Doesn't he just kill if he goes W? The move speed and the dash? I think Doran kills if he goes W, no? My Gumayusi is running cleanse, no barrier. I don't know if we can call this a successful lane swap if your ADC is losing the 1v1. Now he's opening bot lane. Now Zeus going to base and go top with no item. T1 could cancel Zeus here, would have been massive, but they don't get the cancellation. Now he goes top with a longsword. At least he has longsword money. Maybe his daddy money. Escalated no ladder money. Gumayusi has no flash. Does have an item advantage in the tier. Doesn't offer him any combat stats. TP top lane for Aurora Borealis. Dark Seal and Amplifying Tome. Bowser's favorite items. 4-2. Yeah, this lane swap is extremely unsuccessful. Because Koki just lost the 1v1 and lost Flash. This Halo Blades Rek'Sai. Interesting tech into, of course, a range champ. I remember Zeus played Jack's top with Halo Blades into Faker's Rise. That was a VOD that I remember watching back in 2022. Halo Blades, he likes to take into that into, of course, range champions for the quick trades and the decent all-ins. Q flash onto Peyz. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful handshake. Oi, 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 oi. Carrier, carrier, carrier. Beautiful handshake. Here comes the dive onto Zeus. Will he cancel the knockup of Owner? He dashes. But Zeusy Fruity has no flash. And he's just collected for free. Zeka just gonna catch the wave. This is something. But Zeus's conditions in this game are simply in the toilet. Could be a cheeky little 3-0. Light is farming the mid wave because Talia is catching top. Zeus is gonna try to catch the CS. Is it just me because I feel T1 is a lot more scary than Genji? Well, we didn't really see Genji in full force, and I think that your mind is playing with the recency bias, but T1 Peyz, like Genji, like T1 were the second best team for a large part of the year, so they are a very scary team. But we should give Genji a chance to kick into gear. The light is maximum Primus. We have the TP of Keria into top lane. Doran's fighting back. Doesn't want the wave to crash. And Ashe is just laning 1v1 against Rek'Sai. Strange. First Greaves is a good buy for this occasion though. Let's see if Kanavi is going to find some kind of an angle. Good poke here from Gumayusi on the distance. That's Q onto Keria. Keria has flash, but he's a little bit too late on using it. And Kanavi goes over the wall. Gumayusi, one more Q from Kanavi. Keria doesn't have the handshake, and that is the Vault Breaker. Kanavi exits, gets arrowed. Let's see if T1 can fight back. Kanavi getting 6 changes a lot here. Let's see if they can get the combo onto Owner. Nice shield there from Kanavi. One more kill. Gumayusi tries to fight back. Peyz is here. Melee mode Peyz. Peyz. Here comes Faker with the Ahri dashes. And Ahri, the cleanup crew. Where's Zeka? Where is Zeka? You're playing Talia. I have no idea where Zeka is. I have no idea where Zeka is. Maybe we can take a look. This fight was ongoing for so long. He's hovering right now. He's hovering right now. And then he's so indecisive. Oh, Zeka! No! Zeka! He got stuck on the chicane. No, Zeka.
I can't stop fighting.
Oh my days, Zeka. All right. All right, let's continue. He won in the driving seat. Faker with the double kill on the cleanup. When Talia had the first hover, he needed to just give up those 6 minions. We could see it in the previous games where Faker just gives up 6 minions for positional advantage and to guarantee the play, and I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot. Because right now, you know, Zeka might be ahead 3 CS, but who cares? Who cares, brother? Who cares? Peyz, ease through, gets full vision. Kanavi has no ultimate. Keep in mind here, Keria is posturing with the level 6 advantage. Here comes the Talia wall onto Keria. Keria does the daily wavy. Gumayusi with the cleanse and the WR. A lot of tools used there from HLE, from of course T1. HLE get away. They took none of the grubbies actually. Zeus with the knock up. Thorn has no ultimate. Cheeky little trade there from Zeus. Now there's no Ash Arrow, there's no Renato ultimate. What's the name of Renato ultimate? It's probably like some like style takeover. Oh. I'm not gonna say that I guessed that. Because probably like it was a memory in my brain, like implanted somewhere. I'm not gonna say that I guessed that. I'm not gonna say that I guessed that. It 100% was a memory in my brain somewhere that I just accessed through a back route. Ultimate. Connection here with T1. Very poor form from T1. They used all of their tools. Very strange. People might use all ultimates. Besides Pantheon ultimate, they're posturing on the river. Why? Getting to use the second ultimate of the game. Weak play. Zeus TP'd as well. We're gonna have a match from Zeka in the bot lane against the... Oh, never mind, Zrel. Drake better than Kendrick, by the way. Tap a fucking Chino. Better at what? Beefing? Rap battles? Better at rap battles? Better creativity or what? He's better at making pop music, that's for sure. Very good at making pop music. Bro, Drake has some crazy bangers. Like Hotline Bling. Honestly, Hotline Bling, One Dance. Bro, he had a run there, bro. Singing Drake is OP, bro. Keria. Looking for the handshake. Think we're the prime gaming on bacon. Here we got the dive. Pantheon rolls but on to Gumayusi. Gumayusi gets no cleanse, no flash. He gets chopped up, but at what cost? Thorn under the turret. Dies to the dies to everything. Zeka with the combo. Wow, how did Zeka put his rocks? How did Zeka put his rocks? What is that? Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. Look at his rock placement. Look at Zeka's rock placements. Couldn't they put rocks better? Look at his rocks. Zeka E. Yo. Thank you very much, Paradise. That's very kind of you. The Zeka E. Alright. Bro, if you only know those Drake songs, you should not have an opinion about who's a better rapper. Mate. I'm not gonna waste time on you because I use very specific language saying that I think that these are some of the best Drake songs. That doesn't imply I don't know other Drake songs. That's just rage bait. Let's take a look how Zeka pursues this. He jumps to the other side of the wall to keep himself safe. Knocks him into the rocks. Very nice from Zeka. Those poor rock placements are now repaid and the punish is in. Peyz gets one on the reset. Zeus attacking his uncle. Very nice. I've listened to plenty of Drake. Even mentioned take care. solo ball is massive. Aurora on bot lane. Look at Vi undermining Aurora. Come on, cameraman. Tackle into the wall. The combination in the nation. T1 are collapsing. Like a dream in Inception. And now with the wraparound. T1 are positioning for a Rift Herald that hasn't spawned yet. Let's see if they can dive Zeus here on top lane. Rel is basing to defend Zeus on the top tower. Nice plant usually there for Zeus to spot people out because he knows the counterplay is coming his way. He gets the vision out. This is Chemtech map. These Talia stats are deceiving. He did good on the dive. Let's give him a chance. You can make some mistakes in the game. Faker did mistakes in the previous games and he bounced back. Come on now. He did, like, Faker did some sombreros. Let's not be too mean to Zeka. Zeka in person is like a teddy bear, guys. Like, he's such a... He's so shy. You know, you wouldn't think that he's like a shy person when he's like 190, you know? And like the most jacked Korean player next to Owner, you know? But he's so shy. Like, I was meeting Mowgli in person, and then he said, I would like you to meet Ingen and Zeka. He like introduced me to them. He's like, they want to meet you. I was like, all right, very cool. I like them. I'm fans, you know. Them. And Zeka is just so shy, you know. Alright, let's see how they take over River here. I feel like Koki has so much more value now than the Ashe because of cleanse and dash. I don't know how Ashe puts pressure on the game. Owner is in top side. Look at the gold advantage Kanawi has here on the Vi. And like, Kanawi really popularized Vi jungle. Baker eating stone, magnesium deficient. Ooh, Kanawi with the cancellation and the Q flash from Zeka. Let's see if they can then take top tower, HLE. The counter fight, they're trying to punish the fact that Vi used ultimate. Here comes the Zeus TP. Very greedy from T1. Can they get away with it? The knock up on Peyz. Peyz tries to walk away, tries to get the reset, doesn't get it. And Talia does so much damage on the exit. HLE win the fight. Very nice. Very, very nice. Woo. 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 Zeka heard us talking shit and he said, hold my beanie. I don't know why he has a beanie. I've never seen him wear a beanie, but he had a beanie in this interaction. There's the Rift Herald as well. Kanabi just picks it up. He's gonna base and spend his gold. Have 2 items. Talia so damn fed. Dark Seal stacks through the roof. Ryla's Crystal Scepter as well. 1 minute to Dragon. What can T1 cook up? The issue is that their draft kind of runs out of steam. I don't see a lot of comeback mechanics for T1 because it's hard to kill Rek'Sai on side, then they can just hover for Talia, whereas Mercs who's very tanky now with Rylas and Archangels. And it's very, very difficult. I also see that Doran is buying Shadow Flame, which does make sense with the double AP. I think the enemy has such an incentive to buy Mercs, so your item is already like nullified. Because obviously you have Renata, Ashe, Ahri, and Aurora, and even Pantheon. Mercs has value, you know. At this point, I think it's GG, but T1 have won worse games. Let's see what they can cook up. And are we? Beating the shit out of Ward. Zeus spotting Doran. The ultimate onto the plant. Zeus is chasing him. It's very nice quality of life change for Rek'Sai that she can W out of ult and knock up almost instantly. You get to see those Q into R combos a little bit more often. Good driving from Zeka. That is going to be Drake number 2 for HLE as Ari picks up the tier 1 top for a little bit of equalization in the gold department. E of Ashe spots everybody. Blue team turret has been destroyed. Dora and the Moran. Going ball lane to catch. Zeus has a tunnel network here, so he can just easily escape. Look at that tunnel network. Zeus is not taking advantage of it though. He found another pocket, bro. Look at this, bro. Says to be summoning Satan with this portal network. Juicy Fruity keeps his flash. There's the combo. And there's the redemption. Oh, the greed with the flash. Right in stream title, past broadcast, or you are manipulating people. Oh, oh, the scorch. The scorch. Yamato, you're manipulating people. Title is HLE versus T1. I thought this is live, so I watched for 30 minutes, then I found out truth. You wasted my time, man. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. That's kind of funny. There's the arrow. Mercs is doing a lot of work. The E flash doesn't land from Faker. A little bit too slow. The R flash from Keria. They're trying to end the game on this fight, but now he's quite tanky. He has Mercs as well. They get one. They're looking for Delight. They really want that Zeka juicy bounty, but Zeka does so much damage with the Pendoxial stacks. Here comes the TP in from Zeus. Let's see if Gumayusi is gonna Valkyrie over the wall. No, doesn't look for it. Talia. See the map open here for Atakan. There's no TP on Zeus. Doran has TP. He's gonna base here. Now I have to say, online Drake fans are way too pressed about things, bro. Like, you're not being cool right now, Ensign Missing. Like, you're not being cool. I don't know why Drake fans are so pressed. Like, online, you know? Like, bro. I'm saying online Drake fans because most Drake fans just don't care, you know? They just listen to the music and that's it. I thought this was Kado, so I watched for 30 minutes and I found out the truth. You wasted my time, man. It's not fair. Please change the haircut. Shut the fuck up. Alright, Italy. After pushing out the neutral wave from bot, they just slam the Atakan. Delay is trying to look for the entry in. They're blocking. Zeka's throwing abilities. There's the wall. And here's the Pantheon. Will he steal it? Is it going to be an Owner Classic? It is an Owner Classic. Gumayusi loses his life. The Davy Wavy. What a collapse, though. Delight gets 2 in the combo. Zeka's still alive. He is the majority of the damage. If they can kill Zeka somehow, the shutdown is massive. The shutdown is massive. Peyz with the kiting. Kanawa gets stunned. Massive comeback for T1. Only T1 find angles like this, bro. T1 aura, bro. T1 aura is like Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl aura, you know? Zuzi Fruity. Oh, that's negative aura right there. My girlfriend said choose live game or me, so she broke up with me. Bank said choose live game or miss deadline to pay debt. God said show up in 20 minutes or watch live game, so now I go jail. If you change title, this would not happen. All right, let's take a look at this Drake. I see ultimates ready. We have Ari ready to go. Itemization wise, T1 caught up big time. Zeus doesn't have TP on the respawn, so I do think the T1 is going to collect this for free. Kanawi has the plant, he's going to bonk it. Finds a little reward. T1 commit 5 people to the Drake. No room for counterplay for HLE. There's the arrow in the head for Delay. The combination, Zeka. Zeka. You can protect your boy a little bit more, but he's a little bit scared about the follow-up. I think if he put Red Rocks better and W better would have been better, but he kind of wasted it. Baker face plants. Hurting Ari's beautiful face. Zeka, use the plant. I feel like Chemtech just murders everything, bro. He just murders everything. See the queen. Gumayusi. Ew, Gumayusi. 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 Yeah. I low-key think this is... Yeah. I was thinking if Gumayusi should buy Mercs this game. He has upgraded shoe, you know, feet strength. The way we've seen Zeus and Gumayusi be greedy with the flash is not that good. Not that great. See the continuation. While I tab out to send ads your way. Subscribe to support the channel or eat the ads. Or just download Mozilla Firefox and put uBlock Origin in the bag. Do what you need to do. Does Corki even scale well? I think Corki like has good range, you know. Corki's like Ezreal, you know, like he can poke from afar, do short trades, has a dash, you know, survivability. All right, Zeus finds a ward. I'm so hungry, guys. I went gym for the first time in a long time today, and I'm so hungry. It feels good. Feels good though. I did a very poor job with gymming. What's for dinner? I have no idea. No clue. Back on the grind. Yeah. I did some titty training today, bro. Some chest. We're reaching that point where both teams can really slam Nashor easily and kill it, so we're gonna see this circumstance now as Nashor spawns at 25 minutes. That both teams are just gonna tussle around it and leave bot lane potentially as a dead lane. I don't have good doner kebab places in my city. I have one, but I can't order from them. It's called Kebab. Kebab. I feel like all kebab places are either like a shitty pun or like it has something to do with the family members, like Uncle Döner or Döner Brothers or grab your dad by the balls and tell him that you love him.com. Döner.
Battle cruiser operational.
Hey, thank you very much for the prime game. I appreciate that. You're far too kind. Baker clearing the ward. This is one of the strengths of Ari, that you can be on neutral waves and just rotate their ult cooldown because it's so short, especially with these items. You just be on the top of without any backup, so they can play 3 on the mid wave. Another nice thing with Pantheon is that you can do power farm and threaten with ult, but this game Kanavi is... I think when if blue side get to the point where they get GA on Vi, wonder if just easy peasy for blue side. Gumayusi should finish his shoes though, because he has feet of strength, you know? Would be nice. Bless your little hearts. Faker's going red build, indeed. Indeed. Kanavi clears the pink ward. It's the difference between Ari and Talia is that YamatoCannon needs backup. Keria just ghosting. I think Keria and Combs, you know what he said when he did this? He said, I think you just kind of have to if you run at them with Ghost. If you run at people with Ghosts, you have to do that sound I just made. It's a part of the process. Faker gets the charm onto Delight. Delight had cleanse. There's a very nice chunk there. Faker in position already. Zeus trying to chunk back Doran. This is the pre-tussle. Let's take a look at the setup here. Doran eating fruit. Kanawi gets the Q. Kanawi very deep, but he has GA and Mercs. Kanawi playing to the limit here. That's the wall. That's a beautiful wall. Combination in the nation. Owner gets the plant out. He's so lucky because I believe that just spawned the Q flash. And then the tether of the Vi ultimate falls off of Faker because Vi dies and Aurora falls. That is that Chinese aggression from Kanawe. Holy moly, Kanawe. Chinese aggression right there, guys. That's what you will learn in LPL. Kanawi came back home and is showing everybody how to Laila. Very nice. Very nice. This is a better spot, actually. Oh, there's the insta snap because two people are still dead. Will owner steal this? Will owner steal this? Will owner steal this? They don't want to give him the chance. I respect that. Let's see if Gumayusi just buys shoes. Which T1 member will join next, guys? HLE. Is it gonna be owner or is it gonna be carrier? Owner? Honestly, owner said, I want to stay in T1 for the rest of my life, which means that he's going to get benched in the middle of the split. And then he's going to be MVP of the final, and then he will join HLE. Weak as a fox. I hear that Painter guy. Is his name Painter? That's a crazy name. Alright, let's take a look. The wall. Zeka. The Pantheon ult as well to give some cover fire to Peyz. Like at this point, blue side draft is so powerful. Gumayusi with the poke. Nice from Zeka. Chunking Fake it to half. Is this the trigger to actually start the Nasher? Do they know the exact time of Fake's TP? It's coming off cooldown now. There's a ward in the pit. I think they need to nerf like these wards having 4 health. I think this rune is too OP. Deep warding. But this whimsical fucking Christmas music is crazy, bro. We just... Alright. This is more intense. This is more for a 31-minute game. We're 31 minutes into the game, like we need to... It needs to be intense. Or on the Moran. It's called by Zuzi Frutti. Ooh, he dodges him actually. Why is it season 15 map but season 16 plants? What do you mean? It's Chemtech map. That's been in the game for long. Alright, T1 has actually not managed to cross river yet because the range advantage, like basically the issue that T1 has, their engage is too weak to break the range artillery of the Koki and the Talia. So if Talia is covering in river and they face check, whoever goes first is going to get clippity clap. You can look to, of course, arrow as an engage tool, but the issue is it's just simply not enough. Because the enemy team have 5 Mercuries. No Freddy. Zeus gets the wave in all the way. Look at this Rek'Sai undermining the position of T1. That one cheeky ward that Keria placed is giving them a lot of information. You know, I think it's kind of bad that Keria uses this ward. Because when I see that ward, I know it's his ward always. He's the one that uses the little doggy. Gumayusi! Combination in the nation. Massive damage from Zeka. Doran did his job. He killed the back line. But Zeka is the one with all the damage. That Merc's value is a little bit too big, man. Merc's value is so big. Hey, bro, it's just an advertisement for Mercs, this game, is what it is. That's just what it is. It's just the way it is. Oh, look at the stat lines. 369. We need you to hum Summoner's Call as background music. What's Summoner's Call? Oi. Bad read on the tempo of the game. T1 get punished. HLE was so fast on the map. Doran tries to get something done. Hourglasses really go over the wall. Redemption gets used. 420 blaze it. And that's done. And that's that. Very nice game from Kanavi. He's my MVP for this one, for sure. Kanavi was insane this game. Kanavi give it, Kanavi take it. Baker's deep. Zeka was on the no threat this game. I think that Kanavi deserves MVP. I think Zeka got it, of course, bro. Look at the scoreline. Scoreline gamers. But I think in terms of like the execution on these situations, like look at Kanavi, how he plays this situation, for example. This is tremendous. Boom. Gets a gank angle, flashes. And this is where Zeka goes back into mid lane, you guys remember? And then as he re-enters, Faker charms and chunks him to half. During this entire time, Kanavi's smurfing his face off, not gonna lie, guys. He's smurfing his face off. And then that engage he did on mid-wave was nuts, you know? Like, look at this sequence. Look at this sequence from Kanavi. I don't think anyone else has the balls to play it like this, bro. Look at that, bro. What a psycho. And then he goes back in. Because they're calling for that wall, you know? That is nice, bro. I love that. And then here, the Q flash. I've never seen anyone use GA like that, you know? And then we had this highlight here from T1. Owner with the Q smite. The Q smite is massive. The ult on. Obviously Q smite of Pantheon just does more damage. He flashes to not get stunned. The Q flash. And then Faker with the very nice flank. Zeus. A little bit out of position. Then they use Vi ult on Ari and Rek'Sai ult. And somehow T1 actually make a miracle fight happen when they were so behind on gold. Peyz just did so much damage in this fight. Very nice. Very nice. Fun game. Fun game. Doran also just snacked on Gumayusi's face in every fight with the Aurora. He did his job. He did his job. Before. What the hell? Wait. Hold on. Honestly? Honestly? Not the worst, no? Not the worst. Like... The drafts are not that bad this game. I feel like they kind of make sense, both of them. Both drafts kind of make sense. I keep in mind it's game 4 in a Fearless. I feel like both drafts kind of make sense, no? Braum into Nautilus. Yasuo Windwall has giga value here against MF. I just don't know. I don't think Yasuo's that good into Mel, but melee champ is okay. I'm just saying, like, you don't get that giga value in it because her ult and her Q. I don't think you can win wall it. You can win wall the E at least. It's not too bad, honestly. It's not too bad. Like, you have some good ults as well for Sylas and Jarvan and Nautilus, which is good. Ezreal, Braum into MF, Nautilus. It's just like what they blind picked, right? You have a couple of knockups at least. Braum ult and Sylas E. When's the last time Faker played Sylas, guys? When's the last time my brother played Sylas? Zeus. Creating volatility. Hairline coming in and I'm loving it. Bro, my hair looks is growing in, coming in great. Okay. Baker gets out traded. Zeka misses the Q. Are they playing Wasdi? Well, I don't know about this, guys. Holy, the split map though, because Sylas invaded enemy with Braum Ezreal, of course. Let's take a look at this. This is psychotic, but I love it. They kill Gumayusi. Carrier falls. 1 for 1. At this point, owner, just fucking sacrifice yourself, no, for the kill. All right. 300 games, 300 gold, bro. 300 gold. 300 gold, and you get a temple base. Look at Braum opening on Jarvan, though. Look at this. Braum is opening on Jarvan. Mustache Man is fist fighting enemy jungle. Mustache Man. Mustache Man. What is Mustache Man doing? He got no flash. Mustache Man. Buying time for Faker. Mustache Man with the shield in the wrong direction. Mustache Man. Mustache. What the heck? For those who don't watch Kanavi in LPL, Kanavi level invading, that's his comfort zone. Like first 4 minutes in the game, I think there's no better jungler in the world than Kanavi. Yamato, there's other man in the game. I know, that's why I'm very specific in what I'm saying. Because it's like, if you look at these games, he found invade angles. He responded well on the split maps. Then how he played that out was delicious, vicious, and nice. We had the TP into top of Doran, and then the TP into bot lane with the homie. Doran lost flash. This wave is coming into him. Faker loses his shield. Zeka playing Harry Potter. Doran the Moran. Faker. And levels the fact that Zeka's still got no mana. We're win-walling shit out here. Alright. Hanawi is better mechanically than Owner. No, that's a hot take. Yamato says some crazy shit, bro. Like I spoke with him right on the show. What's the name of that show, bro? Why am I spacing on the name of it? Doran, wait, what am I watching? What the hell is this? Power Spike, thank you. On Power Spike, my boy Yamara said that Weibo Gaming is more interesting to watch than top esports. What the hell did Doran just do? Bro, like, he just lost a big-ass wave. He lost a big-ass wave. Is this gonna be one of those games where Doran gets solo killed 800 times? Zeus is now so far ahead of him. Ooh. Lucy Fruity gets cancelled and recall. Peyz aggression. Yeah, Faker doesn't ult. Oh, no flash. No flash. Delight's got TP in the pocket. No flash from Delight's Maximus, Optimus, Primus, Meridius, Decimus. Doran the Moran. He wants to get level 6 experience. Let's click his face. He's so close. He wants 6. He's like, the cannon minion, please. Oh, he gets hooked before the cannon dies. Oh, he doesn't kill the cannon until he gets 6. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Braum even TPs. He allows himself to get hooked. It's a disaster, mate. I'll never forget when Kitty said that on LPL broadcast. That was legendary. It's a disaster, mate. Most Australian sentence ever from Kitty. Let's continue. Alright, Zeus just ulting for the wave. Owner the boneless. Banana misses. Peyz tries to chunk him. Area marks for Doran the Moran. Can he get the CC on the Kanawi? Kanawi gets the EQ through. One more little bong for the stun, and that's a cheeky kill. Good guy Doran gives it up. Zeus. Of course, Yasuo got the kill there. T1. Get some traction back in the game, alright. Kanawi a little bit too greedy. I did specify. Kanawi is like the ultimate solo queue jungler. I feel like Kanawi is not the jungler you want to face in solo queue, but he does bring that solo queue-esque style in terms of greed to pro play. What the hell? You know, when I said that he's gonna get solo killed, I thought he's gonna get killed by Zeus like at level 12 or some shit. Not like this. One of the boneless goes through. The Braum. Kanawi onto Owner. Owner falls. Kanawi stunned up though. Yasuo with the Q. Kanawi finds his flag again. He's out somehow. Juicy Fruity. Peyz uses his flash. Roost onto Faker. Doran has no Rumble ultimate. Oh, what happened to Zeka's ultimate? Here we go. Banana cuts through. And that's the knock of Zeka. Yo. What is this game? Oh, it's continuing. Area's deep. Oh, it's ugly. Yeah. Oh, Silas, Penta. Oh, I almost got the W off. Holy. I like that the scoreline is 7-11 because if this was the only game that we would judge these players' careers off of, and some of them are definitely gonna be working at 7-11. But luckily, it's just a tournament in December, and we're not gonna reach any crazy conclusions. These are all legends, this lobby. Alright, Delight with the wards. Can he get level 6? Can Delight get level 6?
Explosive face melter.
So you're going by YamatoCannon now, nerd. What's up, douchebag? It's Tanner from high school. Remember me? Me and the guy used to give you a hard time in school. Sorry, you were just an easy target, lol. I can see not much has changed. Remember Sarah, the girl you had a crush on? Yeah, we're married now. I make over 200k a year and drive a Mustang GT. I guess some things never change, huh, loser? Nice catching up, lol. Pathetic. Peyz. Left alone in the tower. Good tempo play from HLE. Zeka. Now he tries to get out. Faker. Dashes away. The passive. All right. Done. Iwana just for funning at this point. Not gonna lie, bro. The draft was playable, by the way. The draft was playable. Like, they're just playing like complete psychopaths. Like, what are we seeing on the screen? Like, Doran. One game of Doran I've seen in a long time. Like, their draft is playable, by the way. They just win trading. Like, Area and Doran have had stinkers. Absolute stinkers. And this one. Look how fed this Silas is. Silas is so fed, bro. Alright, Carrier's all alone. Oh, damn! He bluffed them. Carrier was all alone. I think T1 does want to scrap because late game tell me once Gwen's is she's Thanos. Yeah, but bro, like, how can you say that how they are playing is a part of any strategy? They're just inting. Obviously, they want to fight early with their champs, yes. Peyz has no flash. He's stuck in the pit. He's still doing damage somehow. Zeka with the passive hit. Finally gets the kill. Owner steals the ult of this champ does nothing. All right, this is my prediction. This solo kill is what I expected. EQ, baby. Now this I predicted. All the other shit that happened, I had no idea what was happening. Getting solo kill by MF. Dying on weak side for free. Flashing in at the red buff. No, I had no idea. Holy combination in the nation. That's why we drafted like this. Come on now. 1,000 G's, baby. Bomba clat. Bro, we had this cab driver during the boot camp. We had this cab driver during the boot camp. He was Jamaican. And I was just chit-chatting while we were in the car. I was, like,
Spinning flames of fury.
first, our manager, she entered the car and said, "This car is so fucking small." I was like, "Oh shit, Sarah, be nice." She's like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm like, I don't know, it's very cozy. It's very it was a small car. It was a very small car. And I said it's very cozy, and he's like, "It's cozy, man." You know, yeah. I was like, "Where you from?" He said, "I'm from Jamaica, man." And then he dropped the bomba clot, and I was like, "Oh, can I say bomba clot too?" He's like, "Yeah, you can say bomba clot." I'm like, "When do I say bomba clot? If you say bomba clot when anything's good," I say, "This is a bomba clot Uber drive." He's like, "Bomba clot, man." It was one of the best Uber drives I've ever had. 5 minutes. This guy was just the GOAT. It was the best. Then I said, "What do you say when something's bad?" He said, "Push up." He said, "Push up." I was like, "All right." I say, "Push up, Belia. Push up." And then we gave him a little tip. All right, let's walk up. Combination in the nation. Taker found the back line. Zeka saw on the wind on the W. Will they win this fight because of that? Zeka ulted nothing. Silence was an hourglass. Gumayusi gets exploded by the silence Q. Peyz. Juicy fruity. Snip snip. That's your barber right there.
Hyper flame spitter. Spinning flames of fury.
I think if Zeka just W'd, the Q or like the CC that knocked him up, I think this fight wouldn't even be close, bro. But somehow it was close. At this point, T1 can just keep fighting. Like, they get completely outskilled this game. They need to keep fighting. Baker. They need to keep fighting. Gumayusi no flash, Zeka no flash. They need to find their entries into the game at this point. Next Drake is spawning in 1 minute. And red side has no flashes. Let's see if Silas can steal the Javan ultimate. And then they can bonk. They can bonk, 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 bonk. Akatan, you look wonderful today. Did anyone ever tell you that? Well, I'm telling you. You look great. What is the score? It's currently 2-1. Mel value is very nice this game. Don't be deceived by the gold values there at the top of the screen, guys. In terms of gold concentration, it's all in the wrong pocket. Mel is a demon this game. She's a demon. She's a darling. She's alone. Peyz sees a little tower. He's calling now. I have Malamune in base. Wait for me, ladies and gentlemen. We can portal and maybe fight. HLE are not starting the Drake on spawn. This might be the dream. Look at that. Malamune finished from Peyz. Malamune finished for Peyz. HLE didn't start Drake yet. They don't have the information about the recalls of blue side. And now they realize that cheeky ward that Keria always places at the cliff. Let's see if Keria is going to explode over the wall. That's the Herald. Owner places it. The very important dragon. They're going to secure the third Drake of the game. T1 somehow in this one. Doran does an ultimate. Owner. Is he going to drive and knock people up for the Yasuo? Nope. They decide to not go for it. How is this game playable for T1, bro? That's crazy. Oh, Faker! Damn! Faker went into the tower, though. A little bit too deep. Owner in the hourglass. Zeka is not the greatest on this champ, I'm not gonna lie, boys. Ooh.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Zeka? I guess. No, Doran. The only way you lose, son. The only way you lose, man! Stop feeding the Gwen!
Team's turret has been destroyed.
The only way you lose! Push up, Doran, push up! Alright, Gumayusi Flash and Zeka Flash coming up. And we have Atakan in the top side. 2 items on Zeus, no Flash. I do feel like T1 need to press up on this Atakan ASAP. Come on, no? They have 2 items on everybody and I feel like that's their biggest spikes. Well, not everybody, but... whatever. They just need to fight. Get in there. Get in there, sons. Yes. Yes. HLE just said, okay, you can take that for free. We don't care. They fucking one-shot that shit with the damage from everybody. Lady Yasuo. Israel DPS. 2 minutes or so. So damn winnable for T1.
Rain of obliteration.
Doran ulted the wave. Zeus just lets him live. He doesn't know. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Team's turret has
Like,
been destroyed.
he doesn't see the animation. Doesn't see the animation. All right. He doesn't know. They don't see the animation. Where else can he ult from though? Like the tower. All right. T1. What are we doing, T1? Yo! You had such good chances to win. What was that? Guys, Yasuo was a good pick this game. I swear it was.
Red team's
I swear it was a good pick. Like no meme. It was fine. You need something that doesn't get like countered by Javan. It's good into MF. Like how can MF play this game, guys? Against Yasuo W? Yasuo W, Braum E. All right. Activate. Oi. Activate owner smite protocol. Activate the owner smite protocol. All right, pink ward in the banana bush. Everyone drop pink wards in the banana bush. Everybody drop more pinks. I want to see 10 pinks. Oh, the lie into the wall. The lie. No way, the lie. Zeka with a terrible W usage as well. Q flash over the wall for Braum. Owner's deep. He's got hourglass. Doesn't use it. Combination on Zeus. Zeus gets a snip onto Faker. And Doran
Delivery mode.
is lonely. Peyz even lonelier. HLE. Now it should be over, right?
Blue team's turret
Zeus has 3 items. Does he have 3 items? Hourglass? The hourglass in base? Ninja Tabi? No hourglass in base? I thought he got a lot of gold from this fight.
Explosive face melter.
And one day gone. This guy does not pass the vibe check at all, bro. You know, just because, you know, like just because I know the superheroes are gonna win in the end in the superhero movie doesn't mean like I need to be told everything that's gonna go down, you know? Like, we're watching because we want to see the games. HLE. Bro, I thought Ona was doing some portal smite magic. The Rumble ult onto Gumayusi. Zeus is very deep. Braum is all alone. Oh, Zeus is fully scaled.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Gwen is just a machine, bro. Level 16. There's not a lot of Gwen players in the world, bro. But Zeus is definitely one of them. Zeus,
Team's turret has
Keen.
been
I
destroyed.
can't even put Bin anymore. How sad is that? Can't even put Bin anymore. I can't even put Bin anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore.
Has been destroyed.
Alright, the TP open onto bot side. Let's see if Rumble is gonna get away. Why don't Chinese players ever go to the LCK? I think lack of opportunities. And I think that the best Chinese players get paid a shit ton of money in China. I think also like the marketability within Korea is not the same. There was some rumbling of HLE Knight, right? But that's like the only player. Like Knight and Bin are the two only players that maybe you would like take over at their peaks, you know? But if they're getting paid max, why would they go, you know? Is comms easier for you, Reckless and Bausi, Motherland, Sweden? Of course, bro. We eat köttbullar. Like we have meetings and we eat köttbullar and we talk about IKEA möbler. It's the best. HLE just want to fucking go next game, bro. Look how fast they are pushing in with the Nashor. They don't care. Kanawi, EQ deep. He's doing a lot of damage. Rumble ult onto Gumayusi, but they can walk it off. Solari deals a lot of damage. Zeus a little bit deep. There's the MF ultimate into the Braum shield. Braum is falling low. Oh my days, Zeka late to the party. Is this just a clean ace? Hasaki! Not to that door. Okay, Drake is 1 in 40 seconds, guys. This is gonna get weird now for HLE. What is Mel Medarda doing? Flashing to kill the Rumble, but Zeka just staggered his own death, guys. Knight has also weak spots in champ pool compared to BDD. Knight weak champ pool? Knight is one of the players with the biggest champion pools ever. But yeah, I think BDD obviously is a better signing than Knight. Actually, that's what we're talking about. All right, T1 in position. Rumble doesn't have TP. Zeka doesn't have TP. Zeus is lonely. Oh, T1, they know Zeus too well. They find him in the Zeus flank. The Zeus flank. The Zeus flank. Ay, ay, ay. Hexexol, Hexexol, Hexexol. Hexexol, Hexexol.
Courageous Giga Guard.
Rumble ult on fucking nothing. And then Doran flashes out. Peyz ease forward. Hextech roots. Holy, he wants to slow them so badly. Banana. Oi. Okay. No flash for Peyz. Hextech Drake maxing. He's looking for BT and base. Scaling looks better on red side. Zeus is looking for void stuff. Is this scrims? No. This is from an LCK tournament. The one that won't be mentioned.
Bravery Shield.
I don't think the macro level is very high. The teams just understand, like, when they have tempo advantage and they just force fights by throwing spells to look for something, you know? Because there they came out fresh out of base. That's why they wanted to force on HLE. But HLE just walked away. It's like, the windows of opportunity to force fights against great teams are very limited. Like, if you don't actively look for every moment that you have, and sometimes it's gonna look off, right? But like the last game that we just watched with Kanabi on Vi, was Peyz flash was micro or macro play? That was a micro play. But the macro play was, we have a tempo advantage here and we need to force a fight, and we want to force a fight. He didn't land the slow, so they couldn't connect, you know? He wanted to queue and slow them all with Hexexol. Zeus is farming in the bot lane, he's doing golems. Zeka used W wrong. This is the fucking signal for T1 to snap. To get the CC chain. Gumayusi though. Let's see if he can ult. Ooh! One of the hardest MF games ever to play. Gumayusi delivers a winning performance. And Doran gets decimated. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. GG. I don't know. This is the weakest 17-5 Mel I've ever seen. Not gonna lie, bro. Fantastic. Fantastic. What on earth is this draft? Yo. We got Peyz Zeri Classic. Zeri Yumi versus Lucian Nami and Zeka Kassadin. Why the fuck would you pick Kassadin in this game? What the fuck is this Kassadin spot? What are you playing versus? Look at the team comp you're playing against. It's a horrible, bro. It's a terrible Kassadin game.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
He just ran out of champions to play, I guess. Last pick Kassadin into Nocturne Shen. What a classic Nocturne Shen, though. No hard engage other than Shen taunt? How is that a metric for Kassadin? Kassadin is a melee champ.
Minions have spawned.
I don't know, was Galio banned? I imagine Galio was banned. Syndra. Guess he doesn't play. Akali must have been perma-banned, right? We didn't see a single Akali. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the bans were. Anyhow, rock and roll. Keria already used heal. Keria already used heal. I thought that's a decent meta because that's an assassin like Akali. What do you mean? Akali is good against hard engage. Like, they have mobility. They have mobility, you know? The worst champions for Kassadin and Akali to play against. Akali just hates champions that reveal her and bruisers. Like Renekton, for example. Like, she can't trade with him, one stun, she loses half all HP, he gets burnt, you know? And then EF Jax, Galio, Akali, Yon, Bard, Nico, Aatrox, Chondo, and Kesanto banned this game. Yeah, like his Silas was taken out, Yasuo was taken out. Like a lot of Zeka's best champions were just out of the pool. Thank you, Troldum. No, that's true too, Praharsh. Like Nautilus is good into Akali, but revealers are the worst. And like Kai'Sa's really good against Akali because W reveals and she's mobile. Bruisers are very good against Akali because it's a hard time like finding lethal. But she's very good against like these kind of mid-range bruisers. Like she's good against Aatrox in some spots. She's good against Xin Zhao, you know? Because mobility is very helpful. But yeah, like CC spells are good against Akali. I don't want to get too stuck on this conversation, but I was a bit too harsh with you. Kassadin is more like, you get value with Kassadin if you're tanky naturally because of your passive and the enemy has a lot of magic damage, right? And in this game, there's none of that. Like, Kassadin will never have pressure on Zeri this entire game, will never have pressure on Victor either. Like, these champions are just too bulky and have too much survivability, and the enemy has a lot of physical damage. So Kassadin will never, like, scale in this game. Oi. Let's rewind the tape. What happened to the boy? Alright. I like the Shen tech into Camille. That's nice. Keep Camille away, I guess. Jax must have been banned. Damn. Alright. Alright, let's see the continuation. The freeze is on the mid wave. Big item gap for Faker. Not big. It's decent. Dark Seal stacks, which is kind of nice, and he has a freeze. Zeka has no vision, no way to put a ward either, so it's kind of awkward. Maybe Nocturne will just regank. I guess Zeka at least has flash up and ult now back. At least he bought tier this time. They just swapped into the Shen with Lucianami, which is interesting. Because they are worried about some big swing play with the Nocturne and Shen into bot lane. Mundo is on bot, but they are outnumbered here heavily, so I don't know what Kanavi is looking for. Zeka with the trade onto Faker. Gumayusi with first strike. Hey, living like a renegade. Hey. Zeka just loves getting stunned. Waiting for Faker. That's the ultimate. I'm speechless. It's just dry. It's very dry. Sahara Desert dry. Asahi dry. Alright, we're just opening topside now for the grubbies. And we'll base and match and go bot.
You're ready to prowl.
Hey, cannon gone. I hope BDD is a millionaire, bro. Baker just dry loses flash. I didn't expect Lucianami to open mid. But it's kind of nice that HLE set these lane assignments so Kassadin can go both. I think it makes sense with the Shen. Alright, we're just watching for the entertainment at this point, guys. I have no fucking clue, like, what HLE is doing. I have Gumayusi, like, hovering for the grubs while Kanavi's invading red. Like, I don't know how if you can be less coordinated than that, guys. I don't know if it's possible. Peyz now. We look to snap the ultimate. Come on now. Snap the ultimate, Peyz. Snap the ultimate, Lebowski. He doesn't. He walks away. Maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe there's too little items to do damage. Maybe too little damage. Probably knows the damage numbers better than I do. I thought he's snapping. GG. Hey, hey, living like a renegade. Away. I think HLE, T1 and Genji will be very close next year. I think T1 Genji will be, but not HLE. I don't know. I know people love Gumayusi, and I understand. Like, Gumayusi was a fucking Chad at the World Championship. But they lost Viper, guys. Like, Viper was a goddamn machine for this team. And we will get to see Gumayusi without Keria. We'll see how that looks. 0-3. Kassadin. I see sashimi on my screen. Kanawe is better than Peanut for sure. Peanut just had a rough year because of Fearless. Riot just cucked them because of Fearless, guys. Plain and simple. Maybe I'm new, but can't they play for Zeus? Guys, playing for a specific player in the game is not real anymore, guys. It's like the League of Legends meta have really devolved into 5v5, like at every aspect of the game. Lane assignments, lane swaps. Maybe in the new season it'll be better because of the change to top quest. I feel like that's a big benefit to Zeus. Because as much as I said that the changes in 2026 that's coming, I did say that it's catering to silver and gold players. It's also catering to how Zeus wants to play. Zeus is just the GOAT of playing like the gold and the silver players. Like, he is the best player in the world in the top lane if the gameplay pattern is open top lane and 1v1. Brain off lane kingdom, exactly. Drake 2 for T1. Lots of first strike Lucian. I think it makes sense with Nami. You got a lot of gold. I know it sounds like an insult, but it's not. Like, I think Doran is a better team player than Zeus. But if Zeus can play lone wolf gaming, he's insane. He's a lone wolf. Do you think Peyz can handle pressure well enough? Probably, yeah. Keep in mind, Peyz is still an MSI champion, LCK champion. He has a lot of like pedigree under his belt, you know? Every time I'm showing Baus anything matchup related, I see I look up Zeus VODs and I look how he plays the matchups. What is Broken Blade better at, Lane Kingdom or team fight? Team fight. He's a way better team player. Ana is the Zeus to Broken Blade's Doran. And Keen is if you merge both. Keen is low-key Exodia, yeah. Hey, snaps back. He fights back. And here comes the artillery, Nocturne. You need to have contacts in Arik. Little heart steal proc. Bro, when you have heart steal and you play against Yuumi, it's such a tilter, bro. This is the worst champion in the game. Oh, oy. It's the worst champion in the game when you need to stack something. You play Senna, play against Yuumi, you wanna punch the wall. Give me one more target to stack on, man. Doran has spells. He's in no danger. Ooh. Genji fans scapegoated Peyz so hard after 2024 Worlds. No, they didn't know. People were flaming Lehens, and rightfully so. Lehens was a dirty pig. Lehens was a dirty pig against FlyQuest. Peyz didn't play well either, to be honest. Like, Peyz didn't have a good tournament. Doran, holy! Jujutsu Kaisen out of here. Where did Peyz Swap come from? It's just a meme. It's just, how do you insult Lehens? It's the same with BDS. They're going to call shifters now. Alright, Carrier. 7-1 Brazil. Did it for the culture. I saw a lot of people flame Peyz for not flashing Scan out. Well, it was pretty boosted what he did. This is my Mundo solo queue games, bro. Wait, he didn't W? Thank you, I guess I had no W. I guess Lehens had no hands as a nickname, which was pretty funny. I don't know, guys. Just FF. Like, what are we doing? Yo. Game 5 was just the fastest game of the series. Quite anticlimactic. Very anticlimactic. Zeka Kassadin is scaling. Yes. Who is HLE coach? Home. Home and Mowgli. Do you think BDD is an upgrade to this HLE? Of course, bro. I haven't seen any knives out. This live? No. Easy game for T1.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I have nothing to add, boys. The weirdest Kassadin lock-in ever, and he just died. It's the biggest draft gap. It's a pretty fucking big draft gap, yeah. LCK mid pool right now is kind of weird. Nah. The thing is, Zeka might look bad if he's playing against BDD and whoever. Even in this series, like Faker in the end probably did better. But he also had some questionable plays. Give him his Kesper Cup. But regionally... Oh, is this over? Do they end? Penta, Penta, Penta! Penta! Penta Peyz! Penta! Penta Peyz! Penta! Let's end the game, bro. No way. Oh, no, they spawned fucking sashimi, man. Nah, man.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I'm loving Peyz. My Peyz video is aging so well. I'm loving it. They lied respawned and ruined everything. Gumayusi's guy is like, guys, I have Serpent's Fang. It's gonna be good now. No, the thing is, like, there's better players regionally than Zeka, but the LCK mid pool is fucking stacked, bro. You have Scout, Zeka, Showmaker. The thing is, Zeka, for example, when HLE played against T1, Zeka, like in summer playoffs, Zeka played much better than Faker. It's just that, yeah, Zeka is just not elite. And Faker has that elite clutchness at the World Championship, right? Consistently. Zeka had that one time. But it's so stacked, bro. Zeka is not the problem. No, Zeka will be the problem if you want to get to the point where HLE should be better than Gen G, or HLE should be better than, like, T1. Then yeah, the mid laner needs to be better, you know? If Faker is going to outperform your mid laner, you lost, by the way. Holy, 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 holy arcane. Arcane. Guma got gapped the whole series. Bit of a stretch. If anything, Delight got completely fucking gapped. Peyz had an insane best of 5. Like, Peyz deserves MVP for this finals, for sure. But there's always in community discourse is that if one AD performed really good, the other one must have been trash. That's the... It's like... If you compare lanes, it's like you pull the rope. You know? It's like one rope. It's one-dimensional. Alright, Peyz Penta, Penta. Take a Penta, Penta. Bro, 20-minute game, bro. Bomba clot. Damn. It's like if you rate players, there's 10 beans. Peyz deserved 9 beans this game, so obviously Gumayusi is terrible because he gets only 1 bean. Gumayusi had a trash Corki game. Don't get me wrong, it's not like Gumayusi played insane. I just think that what was pretty jarring about the performance, I think, in this best of 5 from HLE, I think Delight and Guma Corki, I think there was like some Zeka games that were kind of weird. I think Zeka Mel was like question mark, question mark. Even early game of like the Talia game was question mark, question mark. Like someone in the chat is saying Mel carried that game. I feel like you didn't even watch the game. Like, you just saw his scoreline and were like, wow, he's so good. Like, he was not playing so well, in my opinion. He was misusing his W, missing clean spells. But it's Casper Cup, guys. It's Casper Cup. It's Casper Cup. Not that big of a deal, but it's fun to see these guys duke it out. Really, really fun to see them duke out. Yeah, it was the last team fight, the Land of Steel. Los Atones won against T1. I'm just saying, yo, I'm 2-1 against Faker. 2-1. I'm gonna be one of the few players that just ends on his career with a positive win ratio against Faker. One of those guys. Well, not a player, but coach. And 1-1 in 22 and 1-0 in 25. You know how it is. You know the cup doesn't matter when Faker won it first time in 13 years? Oh no, don't say that. I know what you mean, but I hate what you said. And also, I don't think this has this been running in 13 years?